Hello and welcome to this tutorial video. Today we're going to look at creating an event on Career Central. I'm logged into my dashboard at the moment in the test school, but if I move over and click on events, you'll see that I can either view an event that's already been created in the calendar, or I can create an event, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'll click that. So we'll give the event a name. Let's imagine that, for example, the Devonport Naval Base is having an open day and we're wanting to find students interested in the Defence Force and invite them to this event. So let's call it Navy Open Day. In the description, you'll record all the information that you want the students to know about the event and that they need to be aware of. I won't write all of that in today, but let's call it Naval Base Open Day, and as I said, you would record there anything that the students needed to be aware of about the event. I'm in the test school, so we're not hooked up to KMAR or any other school management system, but if you were, when you start typing the name of the teachers will appear and you can choose the person who is in charge of this event. Let's pick a date and a time. So the event might be Friday the 28th of July. It's just one day, and it might start at 9 a.m. and finish at 2 p.m. So we will apply that. The location is in Auckland, and you can put more details if you would like to. And then you will see that we can create either a public event or a private event. If you create a public event, every student will see that invite when they log into Career Central, and they can either accept or decline the invite. So I would use that for things like a careers expo, or perhaps if you had a speaker coming into the school, that any student was able to attend their talk. But for today we're going to make it a private event because we only want to invite students who have previously shown an interest in the Defence Force. Students can respond to invites, let's say from the 21st, so we'll apply that. Media Manager is an add-on to Career Central, and it controls messages which go to screens around your school. So for example, you might have a screen in the library that you want messages to display on, and you can display the event if you want to, but we won't do that today. So I'll save that event. Now once you've saved the event, you can see that at the moment there are no students here that we have invited to it. So that's our next step, is to invite some students to the event, and then later we'll come back and we'll see the students here and we can add extras and manipulate the information. So I'll go over to my group search tab. Now here are some groups that have already been created, so I could potentially invite one of these groups to the event, but I'm actually going to create a new group today, and let's call it Defence Force. Again, you can add a description if you would like to, but I'm just going to create the group. So I'm going to create the group based on tertiary educational interest. We have universities, polytechs and other training providers, and the New Zealand Defence Force would come under an other training provider. So I'm going to tick the New Zealand Defence Force. I could narrow it down to only certain year levels, and perhaps I will take out the juniors and only search for the senior students. So when I click Add Group, it will search the data that students have inputted into their profile, and we've come up with 4 students here, Andrew, Bailey, Blake and Jack, who have added the New Zealand Defence Force as something that they are interested in. Now you'll see once we create a group, there are various actions to perform with the group, and if I click on that, one of the options is to send an invite, and I can either send the invite with email and text or just with email. So I'm going to just choose that one today, perform the action, and this will send the students an email invite, and also they will see the invite when they log into Career Central under their Events tab. So we've only created one event here in the test school, but if there were more events, there would be a drop-down list here. So just to check that you are actually inviting students to the correct event, make sure that that's the one that you wanted. And then there is a standard message here which you can edit if you would like to, and add more information and so on. But for today we will just send the invite. So that email has now been sent to those students. So if I go back to my Events tab and view the event, here's my calendar, and there on the 28th of July is the Navy Open Day, so I'll click on that. And you can see now that these are the 4 students who've been invited to the event. As they accept or decline the invite, the response here will change. So at the moment they're showing as being invited. However, if they were to decline or to accept, we would see that, and then we can work with the students who would like to attend the event. If I click on Andrew's account, you can see what it looks like from the student side. If I log in as Andrew, so when he logs in now and he looks at his Events tab, he will see he's got 1 invite to check here. Now again, remembering that he's also had an email about this. So I'll click on that. Navy Open Day, remember we didn't write much of a description, but you can add more there, and he can either accept or decline the event. So let's accept the invite on his behalf, and then if we go back to our side of things and click on that event again, the Navy Open Day, we will see that Andrew is going to attend, the others have just been invited. Once you have, some of your groups will be larger than this of course, and once you have some responses coming in from the students, we can create a snapshot group. So for example, I can create a group of just the students who've said that they would like to attend, and then that group is set for me to, for example, upload a file to, perhaps a consent form, or to send them additional emails or texts with more information about the day closer to the time. That ends the tutorial about creating events. Please watch our other tutorials for using other features within Career Central.